everything we do is dedicated to helping people who are over the age of 50 look and feel their best. Because, hey, who doesn't want to age the way you want to age? And just because our bodies are changing doesn't mean we can't stay fit and healthy. I think I'm healthier and fitter than I've ever been at this point or at any point in time in my life. And I'm 50. So give me just a second here. I want to check my tech and make sure everything is going okay. By the way, if you have any questions at any point in time, make sure you go ahead and put it down below. Hey, John, how are you tonight? Hope you are doing well. But if you have any questions, put it down below and I would be happy to answer them, because that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Real quick, are 6 habits that I would say are a cornerstone for fitness for people over 50. And remember, I told you that I was going to show you a picture. Sorry, I kind of got it screwed up here, but let's see what I got. Oh, I'll find it. Here we go. All right, there we go. How's that? That was me, 38 years old. A size 20, red Ralph Lauren suit. Oh my goodness. I look at that picture and I am so incredibly grateful. And I will tell you this, everything has changed. But it changed in small incremental steps that could be managed and managed throughout a whole entire lifetime. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, are those 6 habits. Now these habits, a lot of them, they start with clean eating. And I'm a big proponent of clean eating. And essentially all that simply means eat less processed food and more whole foods. Choose foods that are closer to their natural form. Processed foods are full of fat, additives, junk, and I mean just all kinds of junk. So when you make healthy eating choices, and when I share these 6 habits with you, think clean foods or less or lightly processed foods. All right, so number 1, don't skip your breakfast. That's a big one. Pretty much every study that you see or look at talks about the importance of breakfast to healthy weight management. Our fat-burning genes, our metabolism, is kicked off by eating. It revs us up. It revs up those genes. If we don't eat until lunchtime, our metabolism doesn't fire up the way it should. So make sure that you're not skipping breakfast. And you want a well-rounded breakfast. We're a society who wants to throw a piece of toast in our mouth or a bagel or something convenient. You want to make sure that you get protein. I'm a big advocate of 30 grams of protein inside of each and every meal. Well-rounded, you want to have some carbohydrates. I don't think diets or changes that cut out any one food group, they may help you to lose weight in the short term. I don't think that they are long-term, healthy in the long term for our bodies. So don't cut out food groups. Have protein, have a little bit of carbohydrates. Even some vegetables in the morning. Sometimes we skip that. I know avocado toast is a big one these days, so maybe a little avocado toast in the morning with some eggs. Yogurt is a great alternative, but if you are doing yogurt, make sure that you're reading the labels, because we have taken yogurt to a completely unhealthy level by adding tons of sugar and tons of aspartame into our certain yogurts. So make sure that you're reading those labels. Plain yogurts and adding your own fruit, that's really the best way to go. So number 1 is don't skip breakfast. Number 2, master portion control. When I first lost weight, I lost it through Weight Watchers, and it was a point system, and I had to measure everything that went into my mouth. I am eternally grateful that I went through that experience. What it has shown me is what a portion actually looks like. I know that there are several plans out there that will say, oh, a deck of cards or your hand. And while those are good measurements, once you know what it is and you're able to gauge it, you need to start with just some basic measurements to be able to look at what that portion size is. Because frankly, when I first started, what I thought was a quarter cup was really probably a half or 3/4 of a cup. It was substantially more all the time. So master portion control by utilizing measurements first. Once you've got the measurements, then you're going to have portion control. And I truly believe that we can probably eat just about anything as long as we do it in moderation. So that's number 2. Number 3, make snacking easy. Chances are, if you're a snacker, you're probably going to be a snacker. You're not going to eliminate that habit completely. The major food companies, Nabisco comes to mind, have made a fortune in recent years with those, you know what I'm talking about, right? 100-calorie snack packs. Anybody ever do those 100-calorie snack packs? Give me a little thumbs up if you do. No shame in admitting it. But those 100-calorie snack packs are really convenient. We know exactly how many calories are in there. We know the what we're eating. We know the ingredients, that type of thing. You can do that for yourself, and you can do it in a much healthier way. Nuts. This is a great example. A handful of mixed nuts probably isn't about that 200 calorie-ish area. I can tell you 18 pistachios is right around 100 calories. When I am eating nuts, and I love nuts, great in protein, it's another protein source. I love nuts. I make sure that I portion those out. If I eat nuts out of the bag or I eat nuts by the handful, I overeat in terms of calories. And that reverts us back to number 2, which is mastering portion control. So if you're going to snack, make it easy to snack, pre-portion your snacks out, have healthy whole snacks available, have fruits, have vegetables available, stay away from the snack aisle with all the chips and dips and all those types of things in it. Make snacking choices easy and healthy. All right, number 4, change it up. We are creatures of habit. Have breakfast for dinner. Make an egg sandwich for yourself for dinner. Try a new recipe. Do something different. We eat emotionally in this country a ton. I mean, and it's just a common problem, and we eat for a variety of reasons. One of the common reasons is boredom. We get bored, so therefore we eat. Don't be bored by the food you cook. Continue to rotate, make different choices, add new recipes into your regime. Again, breakfast for dinner, dinner for breakfast. Have a little steak and eggs for breakfast with some fresh asparagus. But change things up so you don't get bored and you won't give in to that emotional eating quite as readily. And then other sources of protein. Too often we look at beef, chicken, turkey, right? Those are our sources of protein. There's so many other sources of protein out there. I mentioned a couple already. I talked about yogurts, Greek yogurts, great source of protein. Again, search for the plain kind. Nuts, legumes, beans, eggs. Even, I don't eat dairy, but a lot of clients that I have do low-calorie string cheese. It's about 7 grams of protein in a piece of string cheese, and it's only about 70 calories. Fish, plus with the fish, you get great omegas for your body and your system. So make sure that you're looking for other sources of protein. I eat vegan. One of the sources I love tempeh, which is a fermented soy. It has a very nutty flavor. I add it to a lot of different foods. I put it right on top of salads. And it gives a lot of flavor to the things that I eat, as well as increasing the protein. So make sure that you're looking for other sources of protein. Look beyond the beef, the chicken, and the turkey. And then number 6, wada. It is all about drinking. Whenever we don't give our bodies enough water, we become dehydrated. One of the signs of dehydration, or how dehydration can mask itself, is through hunger. We're really thirsty. Our brain interprets that signal as I'm hungry. If you're hungry and it's less than 3 hours since the last time you ate, it might be that you're thirsty. Watch what you drink. And we really want 64 ounces of water during the day. I get mine by using a SodaStream. I love bubbled water. Enjoy it much more than I do still water. I bought a SodaStream several years ago. It is environmentally friendly. It's very cost effective. Love the SodaStream. I drink double the amount of water now that I did back then. I probably drink easily 120 ounces of water during the course of the day. Another trick that I do is when you wake up in the morning, a lot of times we reach for a cup of coffee, right? Everybody wants that little bit of jolt, that little caffeine in the morning. We've been asleep for 6 to 8 hours. During that time, we're dehydrated. We haven't taken anything into our body, so we're thirsty when we wake up in the morning. When you grab for your cup of coffee, grab a glass of water at the same time and start giving your body what your body needs in the morning. So drink more water. All right, just going to take a look down here and see if we have any questions. Water is a big one, but when you go back through that, again, don't skip your breakfast. Master, become a master. If you're going to master one skill, it is portion control. That will change the way that you manage your weight for the rest of your life. And I don't care what age you are. Make snacking easy. Switch it up. Don't get bored. You don't want to go give in to that emotional eating. Look for other sources of protein and drink your water. Cool. Hey, I've got a freebie for you. We talk about clean eating and all these healthy habits to manage and maintain your weight. I have 71 healthy habits. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but 71 easy habits, not necessarily easy to do all 71, but you can pick one or two and start to put them into your routine. And before, like I told you, everything I do today is different than when I first started, but it was building blocks and built over time. And that's what these 71 habits can do for you. So make sure that you go to agewellwithcj.com/71. I'm here every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific talking about the exercise, the activity, all those things that we can do to age in a healthy manner and have the type of life we want for the rest of our lives. So make sure you join me back here next week, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well. Good night, everybody.